Hey guys, how's it going? So in less than 24 hours, of Adam Crigler airing out his dirty laundry, more or less, or their dirty laundry, I don't really care. Okay. Tim Pool has completely addressed everything going on. I want to give my opinion on this, not because my opinion is particularly important, but because I really want people to think about something, okay? I've listened to both Adam and Tim. I have followed Adam and Tim from day one, from their very first episodes. I was following Tim Pool way before Timcast started. I started watching their episodes from day one, okay? I've seen the split. I watched Adam go onto his channel, subscribe to him immediately. Like, I've been a subscriber of his since day one, literally since day one. I mean, look, I'm just going to go to his channel, and I showed this last time, okay? I have been a subscriber of his for a long, long time. I wonder if it says, does it ever say, I don't know if it says, how long I've been a subscriber for. I could see how long people have been subscribed to me for, but, I don't know. It's interesting. I'm not a member of his or Tim's by any means either. But here's the thing. Adam made a lot of claims last night, and I looked through a lot of the claims, and I gave my perspective, okay, on a lot of it. A lot of people are commenting that, and I mean, my video's done overwhelmingly well. It's, can I see it here? Let's see. I can't see the like and dislike here. I have to go to the videos itself, which will show you a bunch of other videos. But anyway, look, I have gotten a 86.3%, 63 likes, 10 dislikes, okay? So obviously a lot of people thought I had good takes on this. Some people thought I didn't. To the people who thought I didn't, the reason why they thought I didn't is because I didn't outright believe Adam. I didn't hashtag me too. Okay? A lot of the people that just absolutely came in there and took Adam's word for it, you all are foolish. Okay? Not because I think Adam's a liar or anything like that, but because you only got one side of the story, period. Here's the thing, okay? I address exactly some of the claims Adam made that did not make sense to me, okay? And this is a big issue because Tim Pool followed up those claims with his own version that does make sense. And I've got to say, Occam's razor, things like that, I typically have a saying that if it doesn't make sense, it's typically not true. Now, I say typical, because that doesn't always mean that. There are things that may not make sense that are 100% true. But when Tim Pool came out and said, hey, Adam wasn't fired. I kept him on payroll. I was paying him to do other things. That's why he was around. And Adam was like, I don't know why Tim was doing all this. And Adam left that out. Adam completely left out that he was still getting paid. He did not mention that. Okay? When he was in the house, he was like, I don't understand. They even asked us to move with them, and Tim was still treating me like a friend and stuff. And then he helped me get my show going and all this stuff. And he's like, it was just so confusing. Well, then Tim addressed, he was still my friend. I was doing this stuff for him. I was going to help him out. He's like, I never fired him from the show. What happened is he got mad at Lydia, yelled at her to the point where she started crying. And this was over the whole Adam's personal thing with pro-life and pro-choice and all that. And he said, it got out of control. He's like, I had to step in because as the employer of both of them, I had to, because if I didn't, the victim in the situation, the one that was crying, could have ended up suing me. But it wasn't just that either. He said it was two friends, and he was yelling at her to the point where she was crying. He said, dude, that's not cool. Now, Tim claims he never, I don't think he actually made the claim. He never addresses that he was yelling at Lydia or anything like that. Now, that's one of those things to where it's like, hey, if you believe Adam on that, good for you. I think it's foolish to just believe somebody. But Lydia never has came out and said that Tim was yelling at him. And Tim has never claimed that he yelled at Lydia. Only Adam is, okay? And his wife. I need more evidence than that. to believe it, okay? Whether you all like that or not, it is what it is, okay? Maybe Tim Pool's lying. Maybe Lydia's lying. Maybe they're all covering it up and Adam's the only one telling the truth. I don't roll that way. Okay? If you all roll that way and you're a fan of Adam's channel, then you're doing Adam a disservice as well. Because then you might as well just believe that Hands Up, Don't Shoot didn't exist, right? You might as well believe Trayvon Martin and everybody, rioting for him and stuff. Because why not? It's the same principle. You don't just take people's word on it. Now, Tim said, hey, it came down to Adam saying it's either me or her. And he's like, are you serious? And he's like, if she's still here, I'm leaving. And he's like, okay. And then Adam left. Adam recounts that same story. And he goes, I think Tim Pool took it the wrong way, though. Well, it sounds to me like you both, I don't know, it sounds to me like that is what it was. He did leave. Adam admits to this. And then came back and said, what'll it be? And then Tim was like, what do you mean, what'll it be? You made the decision, man. I left it in your hands and you made the decision. It is what it is. That seems fair to me. Okay? It seems totally fair to me to make that call. He helped Adam build his own stuff. He was still paying Adam. He was getting Adam to try and vlog. He was even invited Adam back to the IRL show. But he said, I can't pay you what I was paying you before. Something to do with his accountant and all that stuff. Watch the video here. I'm going to link it in the description below, and I'm going to link Adam's live streams. These are long live streams, guys, but I'm going to try and condense them down to the main points so you don't have to, but I highly recommend you watch the show. I highly recommend you watch both of their streams. Make the decision for yourself. I don't want to tell you what is and is not real. I do want to give my opinion on it as to why this makes more sense. He ended up apparently saying Adam, the problem that he had with Adam was that Adam was not willing to work. And I can see that because Adam wanted to talk about the things that Tim was talking about on his other channels. They weren't bringing up the things that they were trying to bring up with the UFO sightings and stuff like that. They weren't doing that very often. Apparently, they weren't talking about things that Adam was supposed to do the heavy lifting on. Tim was like, we would end up talking about the things that I would cover and the things I would research and all that. And he goes, and that was frustrating. So I can see why there would be an issue there if that is indeed true. You can go back to their live streams and verify, yeah, they were covering mostly what Tim was covering on his other channels. When you look at it from that point of view, and Tim makes a claim of Adam wasn't doing the work, and then you go and you see, okay, that they were covering the work that Tim Pool did, it lines up. That doesn't necessarily mean it's true, but it lines up. It looks good for Tim Pool. Again, believe what you want to believe. The video evidence is there. And it's evidence, not proof, but it is there. And I have to consider that more than just a blatant claim, right? It's fair, I would say, and I will argue it is fair for me to come to that conclusion. Okay? As for what Tim said about his girlfriend and Lydia, Tim says outright that's a lie. Lydia was not fooling around with Tim. She was not trying to get between him and his girlfriend. Lydia has made no comment on this, but I feel like, she probably wouldn't say it anyway. But it is a he said, she said situation. Here's the thing, guys. I don't give a rat's... okay, I don't care. I don't care. It is personal between them. I don't care. Lydia could have been cheating on her husband and Tim Pool could have been cheating on his girlfriend. Irrelevant. I don't care. Do you ever hear me call out Bill Clinton for what he did there? No, I call Bill Clinton out for the garbage TPP and NAFTA that he had passed along. I call him out for destroying our economy and sending our factories overseas. I don't care that Bill Clinton cheated on his wife. I just don't give a crap. Okay? That's personal between him and his wife. His wife decided to do nothing about it. Tim is still with his girlfriend today. Lydia's with her husband, not the same husband apparently that was accused. But Lydia did say that apparently she was estranged from him and that, as far as I'm concerned, they were separated. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't actually care. I don't care that to look into it either. It's none of Adam's business. It is purely none of Adam's business. None of it. If he found it to be weird and all that, whatever. Wasn't his call to make to really blast that online. And it's very good and possible that Adam misread the situation as well. So there's no credibility there. Okay? He may have seen Lydia in Tim Pool's bed. Did he see her clothed? Did he see her not clothed? Did he see her under the covers? Or just laying in there? Like, what? Do you know what could have happened? It could have just been a weird friendship. Other people sit there and go, come on, really? But again, I don't care. And we don't know any details other than Adam said, I saw her in his bed. Well, how? No details. Okay. I'm going to write it off, man. I don't care. I really don't. Now, there's another popular YouTuber, way popular than me and popular than a lot of people, that I think is siding with Adam on I actually really don't know. But if he is, it's fine. See, that's something I don't care about either. That's cool. Maybe he has more information too. He might actually have some real legit information. And he may believe Adam because of that. And to that, I say that's fine, actually. My speculation could be completely wrong. I'm fine with that. 110%, I'm fine with it. But all in all, I will continue to watch Adam cast, and I will continue to watch Tim cast. The reason for it is because they do good news coverage. This drama does make me question Adam quite a bit more as to why he would even do it. It was completely unnecessary, to be honest. It really was. Like, whenever he came out and he was like, I was fired from Tim Pool, here's why, and all this. And then he started explaining it. I was like, oh, this is not the scandal I thought it was. This is not for screwing each other over on money or anything like that. No, Tim was still paying him, trying to be his friend, it seemed. That's what he claims, and it makes sense. When Adam's like, I don't understand why he was helping me out so much. He really hated me. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. If I didn't like someone, I'd have you out. I'd fire you. I'd have you out. Now, Adam says he was fired. And that is such a bad claim. Because Adam was getting paid. Adam was still getting paid. That doesn't sound like a firing. Okay? That's not what firing is. Whenever you are working for a company and they're like, yeah, we're going to move you from spokesperson down to a different position, that's not a firing, that's a demotion. Now, he could have said he was demoted by Tim. But the thing about it is Tim was like, I won't charge you any rent. You can live here for free. And, I'm going to pay you. And I'm going to help you set all this stuff up. Man, that sounds like something a friend would do. You know what I mean? That sounds like something a friend would do. So I don't know. I really tend to stop believing Adam nearly as much, simply because his stories do not make sense, and Tim's does make sense. He's like, no, he's like, I wanted to be his friend. I helped him do all this. I wanted him to be a part of this, and I even asked him to come back onto the show. But if I'm going to do all the research and the articles for all this, I'm going to have to not pay you as much. And Adam was like, I'm not doing that. I want to keep getting paid what I'm getting paid. And he was like, okay, fine, So, all in all, that makes sense to me. So those are the reasons that Tim has given, in a nutshell. 14-minute video here. I think that's shorter than the last one. I had a lot of bullet points to go through with Adams, though. And with Tim, it was a lot easier because he also just addressed those bullet points, so it was a lot easier to keep up here and not have to type them all out and monitor next to me here. So there was definitely that. It just makes sense to me. It absolutely makes sense. So the timestamp for Tim is a negative 0.0525 there, right there, just about dead center of his of his stream. That's where you'll find it. All the stuff he's saying. I'll have to refresh the stream to get the real timestamp, so I'll try to get that, and I'll try to comment down here in his comment section maybe, or I don't know how I'll do it, but we'll try to get to that so you all can listen to this for yourselves. Yeah, that's really all I have to say about it. Thank y'all so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Do all that good stuff. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna come out and be honest. I believe Tim on this more than I believe Adam. And as much as that may sting people, just remember, like, Tim's story makes more sense. It's not about being a fan of one or the other. I'm equally a fan of both of them. I am a subscriber to both of them. I subscribe to them both at the same time. I listen to them both every night when I'm walking around at work. That's how I get a lot of my information. And not the information that I typically cover. Don't get me wrong, I don't do that. I get a lot of my information on, like, Ukraine and stuff like that from them. I don't cover Ukraine and stuff much. I don't cover a lot of the more specifics in politics. You know what I mean? I do cover a lot of the little bit more. I cover a little bit more of the dramatic stuff. I cover a little bit more of the AOC acting out. I cover a little bit more of, oh, this person exploded and, went off. That's kind of what I generally cover. The more entertaining stuff, the stuff that I like, that I think is funny. In this situation, I don't find this to be very funny. I find it to be sad because I like both Adam and Tim. It sucks. But the situation is what it is. I'm not going to sit here and be like, man, I wish they'd get the band back together. I don't care about that. I just wish that they wouldn't air out drama. Because I like them. I don't like seeing things like this. And I feel like the left is going to get a hold of this. And they are going. And that's kind of a big issue that Adam didn't pay attention to is. And it makes me almost wonder if Adam's doing this maliciously because it is during the time of Tim getting all these death threats and stuff. It does not sit well with me on that. It doesn't seem right. I think I screwed up my focus on this too. Oh well, I'll fix the camera for the short that I make. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. It almost feels like it's malicious. I'm not saying it is malicious, but it feels like it. And feelings are irrelevant, so don't look too much into that. But I do have to sit here and just wonder in my own head canon here, what was going on? Why now? Why this specific moment? Could have been earlier, could have been later. I don't know. Just coincidence? It's possible. But all in all, guys, thank you all again, and I'll see you all in the next one. Later.